Just days after the sentencing for the Boston Marathon bomber, the brother of serial killer Ted Kaczynski spoke to students in Troy today to explain why he opposes the death penalty. David Kaczynski is known for helping to turn in his brother Ted, who became known as the Unabomber, after terrorizing the nation by sending homemade bombs through the mail. David Kaczynski was a Schenectady resident at the time he ultimately chose to notify authorities that the Unabomber was his brother. Ann McCloy explains now how he made that decision and his road to forgiveness.
David Kaczynski's choice to out his brother to the FBI is something he'll be known for the rest of his life.
Telling my personal story at least helps me to believe that maybe some good can come out of this, that if kids can think about the ethical dilemma that our family faced.
Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, was arrested in 1996 after David's wife Linda encouraged him to follow up on suspicions his brother could be behind mail bombs that killed 3 people and injured 23 others between 1978 and 1995. The Kaczynski family knew Ted was behaving strangely. The Harvard graduate and mathematical genius had suddenly quit his job and moved to a remote cabin in the Montana mountains.
This is somebody we love. We couldn't even imagine that he would hurt someone else. But Linda, I think, saw him a little bit more clearly.
David talked to students at Salle Institute to explain why he's against the death penalty. He was joined by a panel including family members of murder victims who also oppose death sentencing.
Why would you commit another murder to correct one that's been committed? My own view is that it makes us a lot like people who would commit murder.
David fought for a plea bargain for his brother Ted, which helped him avoid the death penalty in exchange for a life sentence.
To spend millions on putting somebody to death is pretty pointless.
Kaczynski says he feels treating mental illness and avoiding violence is the answer for the future. Ann McCloy, CBS 6 News.
David Kaczynski received $1 million reward for turning his brother in. He donated most of that money to his brother's victims' families and used some of the money to pay legal fees.